Hello everyone. So today we are going to see insert, delete, update, select operation in JDBC using prepared statement. So in the previous video we used this statement. So what is the problem with the statement? Here we have to hard code the values. Here you can see while inserting we have to give these values. In the delete, while deleting we have to give these values employee name. Then in the update also you can see that update employee, set employee name and EID equals to 2. So while here now in this video we will going to see how can we use prepared statement instead of these statements. So first of all we will create here here I am using MySql workbench. Here first of all we will create one schema and table. So here what you have to do, go here and click here, create a new schema. So here we will take a name as new underscore schema, then click on apply, it will create one schema, then finish. So here you can see new schema is created. Now in this what we will do, we will create one table. So right click on this tables, then you will find that here a create table. Here what we will do, here emp, then here we will take column name as simple employee ID and data type is int. Here we will not take primary key or not null. Here we will take employee name ename column, then its data type is varchar and size is 45. So employee name, click on apply, then apply. So it will create a table for us, then click on finish. So in the table, expand this table, and in this employee click on this table icon, and here you will find that employee table is created. Here no data is there because we have not inserted any data. Now let's go to the Eclipse. So here we'll create a new project. So if you want to see this CRUD operation with the statement, you can watch my video in the JDBC playlist. So the link of that playlist will be in the description. From there you can see how we use this statement for insert, update, delete, select operation. Now in this video we will see prepare statement. So go to the file, then go to the new, and here we will go to the others, and here we have to choose the Java project, then click on this Java project, and here we will use prepared statement. So here we will take project name as CRUD and click on finish. So after finishing it will ask this, so click on don't create and no, click on no. Then here you can see CRUD is here created. Now next let me close all this editor. Next thing what we have to do is we have to add the jar file. So how to do that? Right click on this, right click on project, and then so right click on this, go to the build path, then configure build path, then click on libraries and click on class path, then click on add external jars. So here you will find that I have already downloaded this MySql jar. If you didn't know how to download this and where to find this, you can watch my video on the JDBC setup in Eclipse with the MySql. So it is available in my JDBC playlist. I will give link of the playlist in the description. There you will find how to download this jar file. Then click on apply and close. So in the reference libraries, here you can see MySql jar is there. Now right click on this src and go to the new and go to the class. Here first of all we will perform insert operation. So insert, and we will take here a package as com.test, then click on finish. After that, first step we have to do is main, control space enter, then So in this first step is we have to load the JDBC driver, JDBC driver. So how to load? Class dot for name, and here we have to write com.mysql.cj.jdbc.driver. Then surround it with the try catch block. Next we have to create the connection object and statement object. So here we will use the try with resources. So try, then connection con equals to, we'll take here a driver manager dot get connection. So why we are using is the try with resources, because at the end it will automatically close this connection object. We need not to close this. So here we are getting the error. So for importing this connection, what you have to do, press the Ctrl Shift O, and here you will find that java.sql.connection. Click here and enter. Then after that, here we have to give the JDBC URL, username and password of our database. So here the URL will be, what will be the URL? JDBC MySql /local host port number 3306, port number of the MySql, and here we have to give / our schema name. So what is our schema name? This new underscore schema. So let me copy this and go to the Eclipse. Here we will give schema name. The next thing we have to do is give the username. So my database username is root, and after comma we have to give the password. So this is done. Connection con equal to driver manager dot get connection JDBC MySql / localhost 3306 is the port number. Then this is a schema name, this is a username and password. So connection is done. Now if any connection occurred, we will write here handle the exception, catch sc, press Ctrl Shift O for importing SQL exception. Then here we will write sysout, we will print the message whatever error we got, message, and also sc.print stack trace. If any exception other than SQL will occur, then we will catch here exception e sysout e.get message, then e.print stack trace. This is done. Now next important thing, we have to create one object for prepare statement. So prepared statement ps equals to con dot prepare statement, and here we have to give the SQL query. So first of thing we have to do is we have to create a one SQL query. So here at the above we will create one SQL query, private static final string insert underscore query query. So here we will insert query, and here we will write the SQL query insert into what is our table name emp, and what are the column names, employee ID and employee name and values. And here we need not to hardcore the values, so here we can pass by parameterize. So this is a specialty while working with the prepare statement. We can use here a parameterized query, so later we are able to set the values for this. So in the what happened in these if we see JDBC MySql in the insert, while we are dealing with this statement, we have to hardcode these values, but in the insert here we are using parameterized queries, because here we are using prepare statement, but here we are using statement. So query is created. Now this query name we have to give here. Done. Then next thing is here we can set the values now here. So let us set the values ps dot set int. At the position 1 we will pass 1. We can pass anything. ps dot set string. At the position 2 we will pass any name. You can take here Sam. So this is done. What will happen, after here, so here we are saying that ps.setInt1, this is the position, this is a position, this is the first parameter, and this is second. So ps.setInt1 will be gone here, one will be go here, and this is second position we are giving ps.setString, so Sam will go here. Now next thing, here set the values to the parameter. Next we have to execute this query, execute the query. So as it is a non-select query, so it will give us an integer. So ps.executeUpdate, so method is same as we have seen in the statement, st.executeUpdate, and here prepare statement of executeUpdate. So here also same, if count equals to 0, that means our record is not inserted. So sysout control space enter, record is not registered, else we will print here sysout record is registered. Let me copy this, paste here, and here we go, record is registered. Now what we done, first we load the JDBC driver, then we created connection and prepare statement object, then we created one query and we are passing this query, then we set the values for these parameters, first as employee ID, then employee name, for that we send here Sam. Now we are executing, so it will give us the integer value. After executing, then we will check if the count equal to 0, in that case record will not generate, that means record is not registered. If it is other than 0, then in that case record is registered. So let me save this and control F11 for running this application, run as Java application, click on OK, and let us see what will happen. Here we are getting record is registered. So let us go to the database, and here if I refresh this, and here you will find that 1 and Sam is coming. So again now what we'll do, we will take the values from the user. So here we need to create one scanner object. So let me take here above, in this we will create one scanner object. So scanner scn equals to new scanner system.in. Now press Ctrl Shift O for importing java.util.scanner imported. Now here we will ask user to enter the employee ID, sysout enter employee ID, and it we will read in eid equals to, so int eid equals to scn dot next int, next we will take the name sysout, here we will ask for enter employee name, and we will store that value in the employee name variable scn dot next. Now after here we are giving the manual values, so we will ask from the user, and at the one position we will pass the employee ID, and second position we will pass the employee name. So whatever the value of employee ID, it will go to this first position, and employee name will be go to the second position. So let us save this and go run this by pressing Ctrl F11, run as Java application. Then it will ask first for employee ID, if I take here a 2, and it will ask then for enter name, if we give here a John, and here you will find that record is registered. So if we go to the database and if I refresh this, here you will find that 2 and John is coming here. So here the major difference you have seen, we are not hard coding the values as we have done in this while using statement. We can set the values by using this setter methods. So this is about insert operation. Now next we will see delete operation. So right click on this com.test package, go to the new, go to the class, here we will create delete, then whatever this thing we have to copy this from the main method. So let me copy this and go to the delete. Here we have to paste here. All the things are same, just we have to give here a delete query. So let me create one delete query, as we are performing here delete operation. All is the same, you just need to give the delete. So delete query we have to prepare. So private static final string delete underscore query query equals to, so we'll write here delete from, what is the table name, emp. Delete from emp, where on the basis of employee ID we will delete the employee. So delete from emp where employee ID equals to question mark. Then question mark is done. Next thing what we have to do is, here we will only ask user for employee ID. So here we will take statement as enter the employee ID which we have to delete, enter the employee ID which you have to delete. Then after that, in the prepare statement we have to pass the query called delete query. And the next thing, here we will require only one value, as we are deleting on the basis of employee ID. So this employee name, let me close. Other all the same, as it is a non-select query, so we will use here ps.execute update and it will give the integer value. If the count equal to 0, that means record is not deleted. If the count equal to 1, in that case record is deleted. If count is equal to 0, in that case record is not deleted, we can say that, otherwise record is deleted. So only thing we changed is delete query, and we are pass here delete query. And next thing, we are deleting the record on the basis of employee ID. So we only take the employee ID from the user which he has to delete, and we will set this at the place of question mark, we will set the employee ID. So if you want to delete the employee with the employee ID 2, let us go here and let's run this by pressing Ctrl F11, run as Java application. And here what we will do, we will take the enter the employee ID which we have to delete, we will take 2, and here you will find that record is deleted. Then go to the database. If I refresh this, here you will find that the employee with the employee ID 2 is deleted. That means we are successfully did this operation using Java. So this is based on employee ID. We can also do on the basis of employee name. So let us take example. If I want to delete this employee according to the name, so let me insert, first of all let me insert the value. So let us execute this, Ctrl F11, enter the employee ID. Let us write 2 and John, record is inserted. Go to the database and let's refresh this. This is done. Now go to the Eclipse, and in this condition go to the delete.java. Here what we will do, we will delete this first employee on the basis of employee name. So here what we will do, we have to change the delete from employee where employee name equals to question mark. Now we have to set the value of employee name. So enter the employee name which have to delete. Then we will read here a string employee name sn dot next, and after that we will pass the parameter employee name. Set we have to take here as string, as it is a string value. So what will happen, we are write the query for deleting the employee on the basis of employee name. So it will first ask for the enter the name, employee name which you have to delete. Then we are reading the value. Then after that we will set. So this employee name will go and set here and delete the employee on the basis of name. So let me execute by pressing Ctrl F11. So here we will give the name. So name should be in the proper case as we have seen here. So let me copy this name and go to the Eclipse. If we paste here Sam, and here we will find that record is deleted. So if I go here, if I refresh this, Here you will find that first employee with the name Sam is deleted successfully. So this is about delete operation. Next thing we have to do is we'll perform update operation. So right click on this com.test, then go to the new, then go to the class, and here we'll take name as a update. And the thing we have to do is copy all the thing. Copy this and go to the update. Here we have to paste the whatever we have copied. So whatever you have copied, now it's time to go for update query. So in the place of insert we have to give update query. So this update query we have to pass to the prepare statement. Paste here. Now here we have to write the update query. So now what we'll do, we'll write here update. So update what is table name? emp set employee name equals to question mark, where employee id equals to question mark. So on the basis of employee id we will change the name. So first of all we'll insert some data for performing some operation. As here we can see only one data is there. So let me execute the insert.java. Here we'll take one Sam, record is register, go to the database and refresh. So as we can see here are two data. Go to the Eclipse and go to the update.java. Here what we'll do, here we'll change the name of the employee with the employee id 1. So let's go here. So update employee set employee name, where employee id is question mark. So here we have to pass the employee name and employee id. Then here we'll ask we enter the employee id and enter the updation employee name. So it will read the values. Then at the first place we have to pass the employee name, as first we are setting the value for employee name column. So first we have to pass the employee name, and we have to take here a method as set string. And at the second we are reading this employee id, we are using this employee id, so we have to use here int, and the position is second, and but the variable is employee id. So what will happen, this employee name will go here and employee id will go here. So according to the position we have to give. So we read the employee id and updated employee name we are asking. So what we'll do, we'll give the employee id as 1, and we will update this employee name to the something called Smith. So let's go here and let me press Ctrl F11 and go to the Java application, and here enter the employee id. So I want to update the employee with the employee name id 1. So let me give here 1. Enter the updated name. So I want to give here a Smith, and here you can see record is register. As we have seen here, we can do here updated and also updated. So go to the database, let's refresh, and here you will find that 1 and Smith is coming. So if I go again, let me save this, Ctrl F11, and again I want to take 1, and this time we have to take the name as David and execute this. Record is updated. Now go to the database and refresh this. Here you can see 1 David is coming. So as we have seen, insert, delete, update. Now we will fetch the data, retrieve the data from the table. That means select operation. So right click on this and go to the new and go to the class. Here we'll write select.java. All the things we have to copy from with the here, because all the things are same, only the queries will be changed. So let me copy this and go to the select class. Here we'll paste this thing. Next, here as we are performing select operation, so let me give here a select underscore query, and the query will be simple: select star, select employee id, employee name from the emp table. So select employee id, employee name from the emp table. As this is a simple query, then we have to pass this query to the select a prepare statement. So let me paste here. Prepare statement is done. Now next thing, we will not require this, as this is a select query, so it will return the result set object. So here create the result set, create the result set object. So result result set set rs equals to ps dot execute query. So it will return the result set. So all our data of table will be stored into result set. Now how to fetch the data? Fetch the data by row. So we will print that data. So while loop we have to use rs dot next and sys out rs dot get int, as first column is what? Employee ID, so we take here int, and next is employee name, so we have to take rs dot get string at second column. So what will happen? The result set will be here and it will be storing the rows. So whatever first row will be printed, next second row again after rs dot next, and at the end this will be terminated. So let us execute this. So press Ctrl F11, go to the Java application. Here you can see 2 John 1 David is coming. So we are successfully retrieving the data of the MySql from the Java application. So we perform first insert operation, then delete, then update, so and last is select. So this is the way we can use the prepare statement